And I think I've tried to get away from the dorm room idea as much as I can, just because that doesn't sound very warm. And it's like your whole house in a little room, because that's all you have, really. And I think it's important to make it your own.
Boom, boom, boom.
When I was packing for college, it was just kind of a total chaotic mess. I was just throwing everything in that I might want to see in my dorm room. I didn't really think about essentials, just thought about what was going to look cool.
I had no idea what I was supposed to bring, how much of what I was supposed to bring, what I would be wearing. A lot of people were like, oh, you go to college and you wear sweatpants all the time. Was I going to do that?
I had a lot of stuff, though, I thought. But when I came to school, it was not that much compared to my roommates. But I don't know, threw everything in a bag and that was that.
Leaving home was tough, especially coming to a new country. It was like, you know, I had never actually lived in the States and since I was a toddler, so I didn't really know what that was gonna be like.
I was looking forward to not really holding on to anything, kind of just starting new.
Just like the idea that like it was like the first time in my life that if I thought 6 months into the future, I would have no idea where I'd be. Like any other time, I'd be like, oh, 6 months from now, I'll be doing this with these people, I'd be this person. And when I was here, like there's no way of telling what I'd be or where I'd be in 6 months.
Some of the sentimental stuff belonged at home, and that kind of could clear my head for new things that could come up or new memories that I wanted to hold on to instead of bringing the past to the present.
When my parents were moving me, and I was like really freaking out because I wanted everything that I had bought to go in a specific place, and like since I tend to be messier, I really wanted everything to have its place, and I was like, at college I'm going to completely change, and you know, which doesn't happen, but it was nice thinking. And my dad was like, you know, everything's going to find its place in your room, like you don't need to freak out that your pencils like have their own spot, like it's really going to be okay. And I'm like, no, I really want everything to just have its place so I can just put it back and not be messy. And now I still would like to keep things neat, but just like even what we've done with the walls, like I never ever would have imagined doing that at the beginning of the year, so it just has sort of taken away my ideas of limitations, I guess.
Well, I feel like being here, like I wanted to make it a challenge, kind of, because like I knew that I'd be able to like adjust pretty easily and like make friends pretty quickly. So just like the idea of knowing that I can be independent away from a life that I once knew is like important to me, like knowing that I can make happiness wherever I am.
In high school and at home, you have certain things that were special to you that you had on your shelves and you had in your house, but when coming to college, you want to grow up.
Like packing up was also kind of putting away a chapter of my life as well.
I mean, everything that I love at home is still in me.
I'm not attempting to recreate my room or have like, you know, giant stuffed pillows of my mom and dad in the corner. Because that's what this whole process is about, is getting you to that next stage where you are completely on your own. So I think it's getting me to the place that that I can decorate my own space, and it helps create more of an identity for yourself than if you were to, you know, bring your couch and your dog.
My room at home feels freeing, not constricted like this room. Here, I walk in, step over everyone else's stuff to get to my desk, but I still don't consider this my space, and I don't consider it a home either. It's just a room and with a bed that I sleep in, and I spend most of my time outside of the room. So.
No, it's great because I can just put my shit everywhere when I come back and whenever I want, and we don't have boundaries. We don't have like limited areas. It's a shared space. It's in a shared room, and that's it.
I don't really consider this my only space. I like get comfortable in a lot of different places easily. This is just like another one of the many places that I find myself throughout the day. I'm not one who needs a lot of personal space at all, so I don't need a room to be alone in.
And so my room now feels like everything that is happy exploding on our walls, and I refer to my dorm as home, so it feels a lot more homey.
I was so uncomfortable in this country when I first came here, so I had to have somewhere where I'd feel at home. So making my room like comfortable and decorated well was somewhere that I wanted to hang out. That was really important because that was like a place where I could feel safe and not have to worry about being out there.
The moving out process is going to be funny because upperclassmen have said, like, you have no idea how bizarre it is. Like, you take everything out and it's just a room again. And, like, the idea that people lived here before and that other people will live here is really strange. Because it was really important to make it feel like where I'm most comfortable.
And it's also because this is, like, such a temporary stay. Like, it's, like, only a year. So nothing you do is really permanent or anything.
So it's sort of like, you know, what's the worst that could happen? At the end of the year, you take it down. Which is sad, but also liberating again.
Somebody just looked on the dog. Somebody was just like, I don't know who it was. I think it was Schlenker.
Longest fucking interview I've ever.
Excuse
Shut the hell
me.
up.